everyone. Welcome to another edition of Turning the Verge. I'm Crystal Nettles, and here with me is the band Matt Kollar and the Angry Mob. Their debut CD is in stores and online now. Welcome, guys.
Hello.
So, which one of you guys is Matt?
Hi, I'm Matt.
Hi, Matt, and hello, Angry Mob. What is? See, you look very angry and intimidating.
Well, see, that's why I bring them around with me. It's easier to get shows than force people to listen to our music because of these tough individuals.
And the flannel, I think, just really adds to the...
We try.
So what are your guys' names?
Well, I'm Evan Phelan, and I play the bass guitar in the Angry Mob. I also like to be, over the years, I've kind of acquired the name Brute Squad, because I think out of the Angry Mob, I was the first angry one out of everybody.
Yeah,
that's what I've been told anyway. So
you're the only one that was actually angry.
Right.
So that makes sense.
Yeah.
You see how we give them therapy still.
That's so sad. So did you come up with the group name before forming the band, or you just came off as so angry that it just fit?
Well, the great thing about what we do is that because we're called the Angry Mob, we're able to change members and change our sound a lot because it's so general. It's not like, we're not the Beatles. There's not, four of us that have to be there. Mm-hmm. And then if one of us leaves, it's kind of like the end of the world. It's the Angry Mob because we can change and we can have new people come in and out. And so that's really handy to do. Also, it's because this individual is a very angry person and, it just kind of fit with what we're doing.
So how does it make you feel to know that you're replaceable?
They like to say that, but I'm the one member that's not replaceable. Ain't no more ukulele players.
Oh, wow. That's impressive.
Yeah.
And what is your name?
Nick.
Nick. Okay. And you are from, with your cool Southern accent?
Louisville, Indiana.
Wow.
Right.
Exciting. I've never heard of Louisville, Indiana, actually.
Well,
where in Indiana is it?
I got to tell you, I'm about the worst person with geography of all time.
Okay.
I get lost in my own neighborhood.
So are you
exactly.
So are you really
I have a
from
GPS with me at all times.
Or are you just?
I was there up until about 2000, and then.
It's the year 2000.
The year 2000, yeah. And then came down here with my parents and started going to school.
Exciting. And so you guys are all from Orange County, though.
Yeah.
He's
the odd man out.
Shame. No.
What can I say?
And what about you back there?
My name's Tim, and I play the drums. I also play the pots you see on the floor right there. It makes a really cool sound. So.
Yeah, there's a lot of different instruments you guys hear. What are all these? It's kind of like a random eclectic mix of things you may find around the house.
Yeah, pretty much. That's exactly what it is.
That's the idea. Is there anything that makes noise?
We're a living room band, really,
So do you guys ever just find things and just start playing?
Those are all found objects, that was, I think at one point, my mother used that as an actual floral arrangement apparatus. And as well as, the bucket on the floor right now. But they also make fantastic sounds. So, we're all about, anything that makes noises. Why does it have to have strings to be an instrument?
It doesn't have to.
Why does it have to have a label?
That's right. It doesn't
have to have a label. Yeah.
So what instruments do all of you guys play?
I play the guitar and sing and the piano.
Which has strings.
It does have strings, yes. I didn't say that we're against using strings, just that
it doesn't have to have
it doesn't have to have strings. Guitar and the piano predominantly in the band.
Sometimes I play piano, but mainly I play bass. And sometimes I play guitar, and sometimes I play tin whistle too. It all depends actually who's playing with us at the time, but kind of do it all. Kind of the same as these guys. It's, if there's not anybody there to play the flower pot or somebody to play the bass or somebody to play guitar, then just fill in. So I can do bass and guitar, and that's usually what I do.
So I would imagine all these different instruments make lots of interesting sounds. How would you guys describe your music?
It's really hard to describe what we do, I think, because we do so many different things. And, I'm not saying that we are different than everybody out there, that we do not play, there's people that say, "Oh, we're not like anything," is saying so you don't use chords. How's that possible? But what we do is we change our style up a lot. We do a lot of folk music and we do a lot of rock and roll, and so sometimes we'll be a pretty and acoustic like we're going to be today with acoustic guitar and the ukulele and the living room arrangements over here. Other times, however, we'll have very loud electric guitars and B3 organs, and Nick can play quite the drum kit, so we'll be thrashy and loud sometimes. So it's very hard to explain what we do. In the first record, it's really a collection of, and the first
Farewell
record is kind of a collection of everything that I liked at the time when I was doing it. So there's some, surf music on there, aptly titled "The Surf Song." There's some
Track number 9.
There's some, just straight up folk music on there. There's some rock and roll. There's some weird, Irish influences in there. And would you believe it if I told you none of these gentlemen were on that record?
Wow.
It is a damn shame, but darn shame, I suppose.
But you guys are all going to be part of your upcoming album, correct?
That is correct.
And when will that be released? Tell me about this one.
The new record we have coming out, it's actually an EP, so it's a 6-song record, and it's called She Changes Face, and it should be coming out sometime in the winter of 2009, 2010 perhaps. It's not exactly sure yet. We're looking for distribution, besides of our... for the first record, we started a record label. It's called Cat Mauler Studios, and we put the record out on that label, and we distributed it ourselves, but now we're looking for, to progress, the natural progression, and so... we're trying to find someone to distribute it for us, but it's really, it's a big step from that one. There's a lot of different sounds on it. The quality, I think, is just, we took it up, a lot of levels. This is me at a 5. You don't want to see me at a 10, that kind of thing. So yeah.
So now on this record, Farewell Adventure, what was the inspiration for this album cover? Little robots, goodbye.
Well, a lot of people believe that, eventually humans won't be necessary, and I think, Nick can talk about that.
It's the truth.
We all relate to robots in one way or another. They all they're metal, and they're built by somebody else, but they have souls and they have feeling, and
really,
I respect that, and I want to give a shout out to the robots. How about you?
I completely agree. I think we're all part of the machine, I guess you could say. So
We're all part cyborg.
a little bit. If you use your imagination, stretch it out far.
Nobody's
So.
fully natural anymore.
Not really.
Especially not in Southern
really.
California, right?
Exactly.
Orange County, Newport Beach. No.
Exactly.
So your upcoming album, have you guys designed the cover yet?
Well, we actually have it on a CD that we gave you all to show later. Our friend Allison Remold, I really hope I said her name right, but she did it first. She's an artist out of LA, and she's fantastic, and it's AllisonRemnold.com. But it's really nice. It's kind of hard to explain without you looking at it, but it's basically a lady with a banjo and a raven on top of the banjo. But it's very nice, and we're excited for it.
So look for that in the coming months. So now you guys, this is your first album together. How did you all get involved in the band?
I'll take this one. Well, thanks to Matt here, he rescued me, really, because I was in a real bad state. And he saw my ability to literally bang the crap out of my drums and took me in, put me under his wing.
Literally, he would break drums.
Yes, I would. Probably every show. But he took me under his wing and really nurtured me.
I actually had to nurture him.
Really, I mean, it was a long process. But nonetheless, I can honestly say...
When he's getting over his addiction, it was kind of like that. Except he didn't have addiction, he just, was... crazy drummer.
Mm-hmm.
My nickname is Animal, just in case you were wondering.
Okay.
Yes. So, but I got involved thanks to Matt. He pulled me out, and it's only been actually a month since I've been in the band, and it's been a great time.
It's been a long month.
It's been a great long month.
I've known you for,
We have this really good connection,
Yeah,
so
we do.
it's been really great. Yes.
Well, I actually have my own type of thing going on, which they all play backup for, which oddly enough is called Timmy Red. There's a long, complicated, not safe for television story that goes along with it, but yeah, I started playing with them, and then they asked me to get up on stage one night and play the tambourine, and so the rest is history.
He writes his own songs on the ukulele, and they're great. We all back him up, and we put really good shows together with him and another our other singer who is not here right now. But what's the MySpace? It's
myspace.com/Timmy Red.
Oh, wow. And they can hear stuff and learn the story.
Yeah.
Not safe for work.
Not safe for work. So the ukulele doesn't strike me as a instrument commonly heard in Indiana. How'd you get involved in playing it?
My mom actually bought one for me, and I had it for several years, and didn't have anything to do one week, and I just started playing it, and it became almost an obsession where I just couldn't put it down, and then I knew that me and the ukulele were meant to be.
He's had problems, we've been driving places, and he still wants to play the ukulele in transit as he's driving, and it's very dangerous for everyone around.
It's kind of
He's not making that up. I do that at stoplights sometimes. I'll think of something and be like, oh, yeah, let's go for it.
It's kind of a soothing instrument, though, I think, just the way it sounds.
Not the way I play it.
So what's the difference between a ukulele and just a guitar?
Everything.
Because looking at it, it looks like a miniature guitar for children.
Looks can be deceiving. Yeah, I guess it has kind of a lighter sound, like you said. My main thing is to just play it in ways that people don't usually play, because it's usually known for Hawaiian music. Mm-hmm. But yeah.
But you don't look Hawaiian.
Yeah, he's not Hawaiian.
Yeah. Should have worn your Hawaiian little shirt there and done a little. Well, and are you going to be playing that later on in the song, or do you possibly? Because I want to hear a little bit now.
All right. Yeah, I'm pretty new. I'm actually newer in the band than.
Wow.
So I hopefully I won't mess it up, but I'm going to do my best.
That's good. And now, Evan.
I think that Matt and I go a little further back than everybody else. I went to school with Matt, high school that is, and I met Matt when he had black hair, and I also had black hair, like really, really, like ridiculously dyed black hair.
Well,
the two of us.
When you met me, when Evan met me, I was in keyboard class, and a little known fact is I actually got a D in my keyboard class. This was probably because of my attitude at the time, which was dyeing my hair black, sitting in the back of the classroom, listening to AFI and reading Edgar Allan Poe. So that kind of explains my kooky youth. Proceed.
Well, that's great, because I mean those are the. I as well was in a state back then when I was in very much the same situation. I also was in that keyboard class, only I never stuck around for the grade. So
you probably got worse than me.
Yeah. Could have. Yeah.
So where did you guys go to school?
Huntington.
Yeah, Huntington Beach High School.
Yeah,
Oh, very cool.
We were in the music program.
Yeah. So yeah, I met up with Matt though. I disappeared for about 3 years, and then Matt found me.
Wow.
About a year ago, and so
he was in the back of a Best Buy.
Yeah, where are you hiding?
He was out by the dumpsters of a Best Buy trying to get a job there. It's very,
Yeah, I don't think the hiring coordinator took to me too well, because she told me to wait around the back of the building next to the dumpster.
I think it was because of the smell.
Of the dumpster or of him?
I think
probably
it
is a
was
combination. They thought that it just belonged in the back.
Near the dumpster.
Aw.
Yeah. But no, Matt, he took me back. And
He's almost like a little animal rescuer, rescuing
Yeah.
little
I like
feral
to think
cats.
of myself that way. It's like I'm the catcher, and they're all my feral cats.
Little colony.
You're the catcher, and we're your rye.
Yeah, I'm the catcher. You are the rye.
Excellent.
This is how I.
Now, I also noticed you guys all have your own kind of unique little style going on, although you kind of, what would be the word, overlap a little bit. You guys both have the flannel on, you guys both have the hats with the matching colors, and then you're not so much matching anyone.
that's how it's always been, though. Honestly, that's how it's always been. Yeah.
Where do you guys get your influence for your style?
I just wear what's cheap.
4th Street and Long Beach, they have great selection of clothes. And I love wearing hats too. So.
The outlaw Jesse James.
I kind of see the little Western influence you got
Really,
going
really
on.
into that guy and all those fellows. And
Whatever is free and or still fits me from long ago.
Evan's family makes him purchase new clothes every now and then.
It's hard. As a girl, I have a lot of clothes, and then when you change sizes and nothing fits anymore, it's really sad to be forced to buy all new things.
Yeah.
Or when that favorite thing that's just too old, and it's like, I know I have to part with it, but I don't want to because I've had it for a long time. And it
Exactly,
kinda
and it always
defines
makes
you.
a comeback years later, right?
Exactly.
It always
You just
makes
have
a comeback.
to save it. Like all of the things in stores right now, at least, I don't know for guys, I'm sure the things for you guys are a lot better, but for girls, horrible 80s fashion. It's just not, it's the things that no one should wear. Like all the good things from the 80s, they didn't bother to come back with. It's all of the really, really bad things.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the comeback of the Power Woman of the 80s, with that
the
triangle, fluffy hair
Yeah,
and
the
jackets, suit
shoulder
coats,
pads.
pantsuits, right?
gotta love the pants.
Gotta love the pantsuits.
No,
Yeah.
and even just the high-waisted pants. I mean, they're
Yeah.
already coming with that, so I'm sure the suits aren't
That
far
was
behind.
actually, down the line in the band names we were thinking, Matt Kollar and the Angry Pantsuit.
I think
Was-
Matt Kollar and the Power Women of the 80s would have been a better name.
That was down there too. Matt Kollar and the Power Woman of the 80s.
So if you guys ever decide to not be angry, that name
Yeah,
can
that
come
one can come
along.
on up.
Yeah.
for sure.
Be the sad mom.
Although I just remembered something funny. We had some nice reviews from people over the last couple of years, but we had one review that wasn't so positive for us, and the guy's the only thing actually that he was upset about was the fact that our music wasn't angry like the name says it would be.
But he
So-
was English, so he said it like someone from England would say that. Remember?
Like-
He said it like he's like, if these lads are truly angry, they score a 1.5 out of 100.
Oh, yeah.
I think that scale is slightly ridiculous. Anyway,
Yeah.
but
You can just be like, surprise.
Yeah.
yeah. Well,
That was pretty funny,
Yeah, that was pretty silly.
We
I
weren't
think,
angry enough.
yeah.
But we are.
So have you guys been playing since childhood, or how long have you all been musically inclined? I know you guys were in high school, but before that?
One day it just hit me. I was like, I think I'll play the guitar now. And then, I think I'll play the piano now.
Wow, so how long did it take
it's
to...
been a long time, actually, since I was a little kid, anyway.
Oh, wow. Now, what is your favorite instrument to play?
Well, I really like bass and guitar. I grew up playing piano, and I never took to playing piano the way certainly Matt does. But I've used it in helping to learn other instruments like guitar and bass, and use the music composition and theory you learn to apply to everything else. So piano's definitely been a godsend for me.
And what's the difference with like this tiny little piano that we have? I don't know if the camera can see it down there, but obviously it's a lot smaller with a lot fewer keys.
Yes.
But what's the difference, or how did that even come about?
This is a toy piano, and so it's not meant to be used professionally, but we decided to use it professionally, as many other people do as well. The Eels, Mark Oliver Everett, he uses a toy piano quite a bit, but it's smaller, like tines inside of it, so it has a... How's that kind of sound?
It's very
You know what I mean?
nostalgic
Yeah, yeah,
sounding.
yeah.
It just
So it's
brings
very
you back
like-
to childhood.
Yeah, and then the artwork was done by my friend Julie Shipley, who does artwork in Berlin, Germany. And it's kind of getting, messed up now because it's been a couple years since she's did it, but, yeah.
It's cute. Is that an octopus or a squid?
That would be a giant octopus taking down a galleon,
Wow.
middle of the ocean.
He looks a little angry.
He does
He
look-
could be in your band.
He could be in our band.
You know?
He does look quite angry.
Now you guys are actually going to play a song from your upcoming record, right? And what is this song going to be called?
It's called To the Night, and I believe it will be the second single. It's easier to do this one because the first single is called She Changes Face, is done on piano and accordion, so it's better, with drums and whatnot. But Actually, one of our members, well, there's two members that are on the record. One is not here right now because, well, we had this, we were playing this show a while back at the Plush Cafe in Fullerton, and his name's Ryan McLeod. He was our accordion player. He was doing a solo in one of our songs, and he just spontaneously combusted. We have a clip of it, actually, that we brought for you guys to watch later.
Wow.
But he spontaneously combusted, and now there was no remains, and so we really aren't sure where he is. Have you?
I heard there's been some sightings, but there's been Bigfoot sightings too, and
that's true.
You never really know.
It hurts a lot.
But,
I'm sorry.
we think he's out there somewhere. We just are not sure where. But the other member of our band that is actually in it, she just is at school right now. She's a power woman of the 2000s.
So she doesn't wear the big shoulder pads or the high-waisted pants like the power woman of the 80s?
Not anymore. She's actually gone through she had an accident a while ago. And we have a new music video coming out for She Changes Face pretty soon, and it will detail this accident. But she's had some very bizarre changes to her, physique lately.
So she is actually changing face?
She has changed face, literally, yes.
In a good way or a bad way?
Some may say it's a good way. Others might disagree, but... let's just say things are getting a bit hairy for her.
Let's say she fits in with the rest of the boys,
Yeah.
I see.
So,
and was this by choice?
No, it wasn't by choice. It
was more like a tragic accident.
She walks home late nights through, the park by her house, and a creature actually bit her a while back, and now she's gone through some bizarre changes. But you'll see this more once the music video is out.
I see.
So.
You know what is scaring me a little bit? That a lot of older people watch public access television, and I'm really afraid they may actually believe these stories.
Well, then they have to go to Matt Kollar and theangrymob.com to find out if they are true.
And now, if they go to your website, what else can they find there?
Well, we have videos up there, and we have actually. Would you like to tell her about the last video we did, the She Queen?
it's basically a video of me taking a poop, and the She Queen is in the shower, and she's singing opera to me, and make of it what you will.
Okay, so you are all forewarned that when you go to the website, you may see this.
It's not graphic either, because it's not. There's
a lot of videos you can watch.
There's a lot of videos in there.
And what is that one called, though? So they all know beforehand?
It's called the She Queen Cometh.
Okay.
We do a thing where we like to, before we play a show, we like instead of just a traditional flyer, we like to do a video flyer for our shows, to kind of promote people to go out to them, and usually Nick or Tim will start.
And what kind of people come to your shows?
We actually have quite the variety of people. I'm sure everyone has their own little stories about people that we've encountered, but one fellow that comes to my mind was that when we played at a bar a while ago, and after the show he came up to me and he goes, "You're sexy, man. You look like Jack Nicholson." He's like, "That was great." So, we get all kinds of interesting individuals, and the young and the old, and that sounds ridiculous, but it is true. Mm-hmm. Is I think it appeals to a lot of different people because we have, like I said, some soft, pretty music, like soft, pretty folk music, and then we have the loud and thrashy music that appeals to the angsty youth.
So, any upcoming shows? Where do you guys normally play? Where can people see you?
We usually play around Long Beach, Orange County, and Orange, and Los Angeles. We are playing at Skinny's Lounge in North Hollywood next week, and you can check that out on the website.
What's the date?
Oh, we don't know when this is gonna be on, so anyway, say the date. Yeah.
Go to the website, right? The dates, all your upcoming show dates are on the website. There.
And there should be some Timmy Red shows coming up, fronted by Nick.
Awesome. Well, guys, when we get back, these guys are actually going to be taking the stage and playing a song for you, so stick around. Hey, everyone. I am back with Matt Kollar and the Angry Mob, and you guys are going to be playing...
To the Night. The Verge says...
sign. If I wasn't afraid of the crash that may come, what keeps us here? Oh shit. The world keeps on turning and everyone's moving. Your feet, they are planted so firm. Well, I keep a flower wedged in between my spokes. I just hope its luck won't run out on me. On me.
I feel like we need a big applause thing or something because that was so good. Yeah, it was good, and there's no applause. Oh, yay! Well, it's good to be impressed with yourself, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Make sure you guys go to iTunes, check out their stuff, go to their website, Matt Kollar and theangrymob.com. Thank you guys so much for being here.
Thank you.
See you guys next time on Turning the Verge.
She only speaks the truth, and when she flies so straight, singing a beautiful melody. And oh, I've been waiting, darling, for you come down to me. Oh yeah. She has a heart that's made of stone, cannot be cracked, yes, it's left alone. And when she moves for the kiss, she wraps your soul around her fingertips. And oh, I've been waiting, darling, for you come down to me. Oh yeah.
Verge